I think we should all be encouraged by that because we're getting pretty close to those numbers now. There's this discussion about herd immunity, isn't there? And people have said, well, I've been asked a million times, what's herd immunity? Is it 80%, 70%, 90%? What's the answer? And the answer is, obviously, I don't know the answer because we haven't got there yet. But you should see, as you build up vaccination rates in countries, you should see a decline in incidence of cases, hospitalizations, and death as your percentage of the population goes up who've been vaccinated. And we should be getting close to a place where you could see measurable differences depending on what percentage of the population has been vaccinated. So I saw some data last night from the US where they brought together data from the US, the UK, and Israel. And this is pretty interesting because the data, and I can't tell you exactly the time point, but it's within the last couple of weeks, I guess. US, 43% vaccinated, single dose. UK, 51%, Israel, 58%. So about, almost 10% difference. So and you go from 40% to 60%. When you then look at the cases per 100,000, it's 15 per 100,000 in the US, 3 in the UK, and 0.9 in Israel. And when you look at deaths, it's 0.22 deaths per 100,000 in the US, 0.03 in the UK, and 0.03 in Israel. Well, what that tells me is that as you go between 40% and 60%, you get a dramatic decline in cases, hospitalizations, death. And it's not herd immunity. I don't want people to misinterpret it, but it's a tipping point that really makes it go. And it looks to me like that tipping point is close to 60%, which we're very close to.
Right. So it's sort of, what could you call it? Herd-ish immunity? Well,
yeah, it's getting to herd immunity, but it's not, it's not completely linear because, of course, there's a 5-fold difference, somewhere between a 5 and a 10-fold difference between 43% and 58%. So it falls quite steeply at some point. And that, I think we should all be encouraged by that because we're getting pretty close to those numbers now.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.